Stranger Than Fiction, number 15. The Rod Willis story. Rod Willis's The Cat came to my attention via the Bison Bop Volume 14 album, circa 1981. No information on the sleeve, but a great promotional shot of Rod, albeit reversed. Born Rodney Earl Willis on the 14th of August 1934, he grew up in Milton, Santa Rosa County, Florida, to parents John Ollie Willis and Edna Mae Collinsworth. Rod's love for music came via his mother Edna. She began teaching him to play guitar. Rod would cherish the memories of his mother sitting on his bed and playing guitar with him. But sadly, aged just 9, Edna passed away. A family friend, Will Levins, would carry on his tuition. He was the great uncle to Grammy Award winner James Ingram. During his school years at Milton High, Rod's passion for music came to the fore. He would play his harmonica and guitar at social gatherings. His musical influences were Muddy Waters, Hank Williams, George Jones, Jimmy Rogers, Robert Johnson, a good cross-section of blues and country music. 2 days after graduation on the 4th of June 1953, Rod joined the Marine Corps. While stationed in Okinawa and Japan, on arrival he formed a band. They played the enlisted men's clubs at Camp McGill near Yokosuka and some juke joints downtown in Yokohama. Rock and roll was now a big influence, and like all bands, by early 1955 his repertoire included several Elvis songs. On completion of his 3 years service, Sergeant Rod Willis arrived back at Treasure Island, Frisco Bay, where he mustered out. After hitchhiking for 72 hours from California, Rod was finally home, where he enrolled at Florida State University to continue his education. That's also where Rod met his future wife, Carolyn Joan Elvidge. She was dorm mates with Rod's sister, Millie. Back on home soil, Rod again formed a band. The Alley Cats were a trio, with Richard Van der Linde and Big John Taylor both on electric guitars. Rod fronted the band, playing rhythm and taking vocal duties. All three were students at FSU. In September of 1956, Rod entered the Alley Cats in a freshman talent night. They caught the attention of Chick Thompson, owner of the fledgling Chick Record Company. Recently formed in Georgia, the main offices were in Thomasville, with the recording studio in Nashville, GA. In August, he announced plans to combine both at the Nashville location. During another high school hop appearance, the Alley Cats were asked to leave due to Rod's Presley-esque gyrations. They were definitely gaining attention. Big John Taylor was already in demand, having forged a partnership with Benny Joy. They'd recently recorded Spin the Bottle, backed with Hey High School Baby for Tridec Records, based in Haines City, Florida. Rod's first recording session took place in Nashville, Tennessee in early 1957 at Owen Bradley's Quonset Hut, originally called Bradley's Film and Recording Studios. 2 songs were recorded, Somebody's Been Rocking My Baby, written by Chick Thompson, while the flip side, Old Man Moe's, was just a filler, written by Louis Armstrong and covered by Teresa Brewer in 1950.
Somebody's been rocking my baby, somebody's been kissing her lately, somebody's been rocking my baby since I've been gone. Tell her I'm going crazy, tell her I don't mean maybe, somebody's been rocking my baby, I'm all alone. Somebody's been rocking my baby, somebody's been saying she's shapely, somebody's been rocking my baby, I'm all alone. Baby!
Aw, dry up.
Honey!
Hush, man.
Baby!
Quit your giggling.
Since I've been gone, somebody's been rocking my baby, somebody's been kissing her lately, somebody's been rocking my baby since I've been gone. One time there was an old man with a very crooked nose. He lived inside a log hut and they called him Old Man Mo. One dark and dreary morning I knocked up on the door. I didn't hear a single sound and I ain't gonna do it no more. I believe, oh man, I believe, oh man, I believe, oh man, that old man Moses said. Well, I believe, oh man, I believe, oh man, I believe, oh man, that old man Moses said. I believe Moses kicked the bucket, yeah man, bucket. I believe Moses kicked the bucket, that old man Moses said. Now I believe he kicked the bucket, I believe, bucket. I believe Moses kicked the bucket, that old man Moses said. Well, I went around to his window and I peeped in through a crack. Inside there was an old man lying flat upon his back. I thought that he was sleeping, his hand hung on the floor. He didn't make a single sound and I ain't gonna do it no more. 'Cause I found out, oh man, I found out, oh man, I found out, oh man, that old man Moses said. Well, I found out, oh man, I found out, oh man, I found out, oh man, that old man Moses said. Now I found out Moses kicked the bucket, yeah man, bucket. I found out Moses kicked the bucket, that old man Moses said. Now I found out he kicked the bucket, I found out, bucket. I found out Moses kicked the bucket, that old man Moses did.
The house band were collectively known as the A-Team. Hank Sugarfoot Garland, Grady Martin, Bob Moore and Buddy Harmon. Along with the Anita Kerr singers, they provided his musical accompaniment. It was given a May the 13th release date and was available on 78 and 45 RPM formats. It's fair to say Chick didn't scrimp on promotional side of things. 2 different double-page colour adverts, along with numerous small ads, appeared in Cashbox and Billboard, along with favourable reviews in both. Rod and Chick spent the summer of 1957 in New York City fulfilling promotional commitments, which included a plethora of radio station and record hop appearances along with the Everly Brothers, Paul Anka and the Chordettes. It also included 2 TV show appearances, one with George Hamilton IV. Also on the schedule in Buffalo was the DJs vs Distributors annual All-Star softball game. Rod and Chick both took part. It was a brief respite before moving on to Detroit, Cleveland, Hartford, etc. Philadelphia should have afforded the chance to appear on a new TV show, Dick Clark's American Bandstand. Launched on the 5th of August 1957, it had just gone national on ABC. It aired every day from 3 p.m. Broadcast out of Philadelphia, PA, it featured local teenagers dancing to the latest rock and roll releases. The format had a feature spot for new talent. This involved the artists lip-syncing to their pre-recorded song. It did include the opportunity to sit down with Dick in a brief question and answer scenario. Rod Willis was scheduled to appear on Wednesday the 18th of September 1957, as published in TV Guide, with Frankie Avalon headlining. But sadly neither the Dick Clark or the Ed Sullivan TV appearances took place. Chick was embroiled in lawsuits and contract disputes with other clients. Simultaneously in 1957, Thompson acquired the distribution rights to the UK hit Freight Train by Ches McDevitt Skiffle Group, featuring Nancy Whiskey. Skiffle was all the rage in Britain, and Lonnie Donegan had already scored a number 8 placing on the Billboard Hot 100 with Rock Island Line back in 1955. Thompson seized the opportunity and financed the US release on his small chick label. But his faith was rewarded when it reached the top 40 on the Billboard charts. This was a major achievement for a fledgling label. The record may have even fared better if it wasn't for promotion and distribution issues. In August 1957, Richard Van der Linde, former member of the Alley Cats, had the last release on Chick Records under the name of Dick Lindy. Eddie Noak's Sees Hands was paired with the self-penned Steps of Sorrow and featured the Jordanaires. But despite appearing on the Dick Clark Show on the 24th of September, it too failed to achieve chart success. This was to be the last of 15 releases on Chick Records. The lack of chart success and cash flow problems had rendered Chick Records insolvent. Richard Van der Linde turned his back on the music business in order to serve God. Other notable rockers that recorded for Chick were Pat Kelly and Don Johnston, who would later become a Nashville producer of renown. Disillusioned with the music business, Rod returned home. He married his FSU sweetheart Carolyn Joan Elvidge on the 21st of December 1957. However, it wasn't very long before Chick Thompson had negotiated himself into the newly formed NRC label, based in Atlanta, Georgia. A state-of-the-art facility complete with its own pressing plant and distribution links. It was owned by Bill Lowry and Dennis Boots Woodall. Their first release was on the 10th of March 1958. It was Sweet Skinny Jenny, backed with the rock around by Paul Peek and featuring the brilliant Escarita on piano. Sometime during the latter part of 1958, Rod rekindled his collaboration with Chick Thompson, recording another two of his compositions for NRC. The Cat and Will Travel, which was co-written by Big John Taylor, were released in February of 1959.
A cat was walking through a cemetery line. A tombstone there made him stop. He looked to see just what it said. And this is how that tombstone read. Don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. 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 Well, don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Well, when it rose up from across the blue, the cat hollered out, "What happened to you?" What was that?
A B flat, cat.
Don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Oh, don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Well, don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Then came a voice from that dark back, half like a lark and half like a rat. What was that?
A fat rat, cat.
Don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Please don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Well, don't dig me, daddy, 'cause I'm real gone. Let that go.
Hey man, what was that? I say, old chap, I really don't know what this whole record's about, you know.
I need no
NRC boasted a who's who of studio musicians that would go on to record in their own right. Joe South guitar, Nelson Rogers drums and Jimmy S on bass, with the addition of Jerry Reed and Ray Stevens adding to the pool of talent. But it's my feeling it's Big John Taylor playing the lead guitar on both sides of the NRC release. Rod wasn't aware that the NRC release had been put out. In fact, no mention of it in any of the trade papers. Maybe it was just Chick's attempt to lure Rod out of retirement. Rod walked away from the music business in favour of completing his education. He graduated in January of 1962 with a Bachelor of Science degree in business, and in February of 1962 started his civil service career with the state of Florida. He retired from the Governor's Budget Office and Department of Labour after 30 years of service. Rod passed away on the 27th of June 2013 in Tallahassee. The love of Rod's life, Carolyn Joan Elvidge Willis, has sadly also passed away on the 12th of January 2021. They had 5 children, 19 grandchildren and 9 great-grandchildren. I'd like to give a special thanks to Ben and Wendell Willis and Ned Beasley for their help in making Rod's story available through personal family pictures and documents. That's Rod the Cat Willis.